how's it going, guys? Interact here, and we're back with more Katawa Shoujo and more of Emi's Path. Previous episode, we actually completed Act 2 of Emi's Path, or Act 1, I guess. I don't know, I'm still pretty lost about that. I guess I can recap on what happened last time. Last time we, I'm not sure how to say this, we pulled a school day. Yeah, a school day. If you guys never heard of that anime show, I remember it vaguely since I recently did watch it, and it kind of reminded me of that one part of it. It's pretty easy to find. If I do find the right episode, which I will, but I will forget to. I will put it in the description and see where I got the reference from. It's a really weird anime, I have to say, and I don't know why I'm talking about this, but in the previous part though, we end up going out with Emi, and I'm not sure where we left off actually. I'm actually squinting my eyes, but I think we left off where oh crap, you know what, screw it, let's just load it. We're loading it, screw it. Invisible rock. Oh, okay. The morning is far too early for my taste. It doesn't help that I had trouble sleeping last night. There were simply too many things to think about. My mind refused to slow down. Well, maybe because I'm your conscience and I pretty much screw up everything. Instead, I replayed the rooftop, the park, and everything else over and over in my mind. There is a small part of my mind that is still paranoid that this has all been some kind of joke. Yup. Congratulations. Now that I'll meet up with Emi at the track and she'll act like nothing happened yesterday. Pushing these thoughts to the back of my mind, I throw on my running clothes and open the door. Well, isn't that a fine howdy doody? You can be like, yep, it's been a joke and I'm just imagining things. Emi's waiting for me with her usual smile. You're late. Or at least you're not early today. Are you tired or something? I find myself ruefully rubbing the back of my head. No, something like that, yeah. Lots to think about and all that. Emi giggles at my mild understatement. Yeah, I didn't sleep that well either. I was actually glad you went early, because I wasn't early either. I wonder if the same thing kept us awake. The image of her weeping face passes through my mind. Why would you think that? That kept you up? Well, what kept you up? Emi's expression falters, but she quickly notices my curiosity and forces a smile. Nothing important. She's obviously not telling me something. The question is, should I press the issue? I swear to God, if there's a decision right now, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. Something's clearly not bothering her for a while. I want to help her, but would it just come off as me being nosy? She's got to know I care about her though. Are you sure? If something's bothering you, I'm here to help you sort it out. Emi laughs then, but it's not her usual laugh. There's an edge to it. That seems almost bitter. Sort it out? I'm not sure if it can be sorted out, Hisao. An almost grime smile crosses her lips. It looks like she has a cat face. It's like a smile of resignation. I don't think you could help me anyway. That hurts. Ooh! Ooh, the hurt! Oh! Hisao, come on. I don't want to say that it hurts to her, but it does. Doesn't she realize I want to be there for her when things go wrong? Well, I won't push you on the matter. But I'm here for you if you decide later that you'd like to talk about it. It might help. Or it make the situation worse and thus making another change. Okay, you know what, I'm not gonna say that. I can see the debate raging behind Emi's eyes. It seems like she wants to tell me, but she's not sure whether or not she can. Hey, forget about it for now, okay? We've got running to do. A lot of running. Great. The mention of running, something that she can handle, brings Emi back to her usual self. Right. Hurry up and stretch out, Hisao. We've got to get moving. This. On the double. On the morrow. Okay, no. No. She takes off like a shot, far quicker than I'm used to. She's a bullet bill. Yes, and a train. Still, I try to keep pace with her, recklessly testing my limits. It gives me a feeling of freedom, like my heart is no longer important. I find myself wanting to laugh, filled with the feeling of moving beyond what I once called my boundaries. The nurse's warnings to... Wait, what? Wait, the nurse's warnings to not overdo things echo in my mind, and I disregard them. Don't tell me! This feeling I have, this willingness to risk a heart attack for something so trivial as a morning run, feels out of character for me. But is it? You played soccer, or rather should it be? I've got a weak heart, sure. It'll never be capable of the kind of speed and endurance Emmy's capable of. Though I probably wouldn't be able to get that good even if I had a healthy heart. What happened? What happened to soccer? What happened to soccer? What happened to soccer? What about soccer? Come on. Work with me, come on. As we round the final bend, I feel my legs screaming in protest, but for the first time, I ignore them. I accelerate to finish at a sprint, nearly catching up to Emmy. That was never going to happen, of course. Still, I feel surprisingly good. Oh sure, my legs feel like they're about to catch fire and I'm having trouble staying upright. But there's been a shift of some sort today. And it's all thanks to the girl grinning at the finish line waiting for me. That felt a little faster than usual. My comment is met with a grin and a shrug. Can't have you think I was going to go soft on you, can I? But you managed to handle it just fine. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You've dated your trainer! Still feeling the high from the run and moved forward by a surge of gratitude, I seized Emmy in a hug. Thanks. I'm not just saying that. I'm in your debt. Emmy seems flustered by my words, squirming uncomfortably. Don't be silly, Hisao. Someone had to haul you out here, didn't they? And it's not like you're not doing anything for me, right? I needed a running partner, remember? I shake my head, still pointedly not letting go of Emmy, who stops squirming and merely looks up at me with a quickly deepening blush that almost seems out of character. No, that's not true. You wanted a running partner, but you didn't need one. If I hadn't shown up the day after the festival, you would still run, right? But it doesn't work the other way around. I only managed to make it out a few times before the festival. And without you, I probably wouldn't have made it out at all after that. Emmy smiles at me and prods my chest with one finger. One finger and one finger only. You are pretty lazy, Hisao. Hey, I was giving you a compliment. Well, you're welcome, I guess. I'll pay you back somehow. Oh, no. Nope. Oh, well, that's not necessary, you know? Okay. I would just say, my friend, we were in a Skype call, and it was a while ago when I got him into Katawa Shoujo, and we were in the middle of a Skype call, and he starts flipping out and everything. I was like, I asked him what was going on. He says like, Envy's path, man. Stuff goes down. I was like, I'm not. That's why I feel like really, disappointed. Like, I don't want to see that part. I'm kind of scared if I'm actually gonna make it to that specific part, and don't know what to do because, as of right now, my dad is repainting the area I'm in, and so if he sees me editing this and sees that image, then I'm pretty much screwed, and he will ask me what am I doing, and I hope I don't see this part. I hope I don't. Oh jeez. I mean, I kind of like you, Hisao. Okay, you never say those words ever. You never. Wait, no, never mind. That's the opposite. Never mind. And now my left arm is numbed. And being able to run with you in the mornings isn't exactly a bad deal for me either. So, for someone who gets so much praise, she seems unused to gratitude. I can't think of anything else to say, so we fall silent. I become aware of Emmy's breathing, of the dampness of her clothing, and of the scent of her. Coming off of anyone else, it would stink. Coming off of Emmy, it fits her in a way nothing else could. Her skin is cool, slick with sweat. Ugh, and a breeze causes goosebumps to rise. Why? Why is it so like that? If I can touch someone greasy and shiz. Almost without thinking about it, I leaned down and meet Emmy's mouth, which was already moved to meet my own. Well, that escalated quickly. Her lips were okay, come on, really? And she hums happily as we kiss, sending vibrations from her mouth to mine. There's a starting rightness through everything about this moment. We fit one another perfectly. You just started running like 2 weeks ago. Really? And you're dating your trainer. Okay. The kiss ends and I finally let my arms drop back to my sides. Emmy is smiling warmly at me and giggles again. This is just practice, you know. This is just practice. This is helping you go through this by practicing. Quote unquote practicing. Come on, Hisao. We better go see the nurse. Then it happens. As she turns to begin walking, she gives out a tiny yelp and stumbles forward. Emmy. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I should have done something right. I should have asked her if it was her leg. I should have done it. I leave to study her and notice with some concern that she's favoring the same leg as last night. Your leg. Emmy seems panicked and pushes away from me. It's fine. No, it's not. Freaking. Okay, I hope you said something right. My expression must seem hurt because she hastens to apologize. Sorry. Didn't mean to push you like that. I was just... She stumbles for something to say. It's nothing really. Hey, don't worry about it. She's so flustered, I decided to shrug the whole thing off. Don't do that, no! But there's a cold feeling in the pit of my stomach now that won't go away. I tried to step in and help her and she pushed me away. Smiling, I shoved those thoughts to the back of my mind and concentrate on Emmy. I just don't want you getting hurt, that's all. You don't have to worry about me, honest. I'm fine. No, you're not. Yes, you say that, but I don't believe you. Thank you. Say that to her. Say that. Okay, never mind. That's your thoughts. Never mind. I keep worrying about you regardless. And not saying anything yesterday just makes me feel guilty about today. Oh! I should have said something. I should have at least asked. Would she have reacted the same way last night? Guess I'll never know now. Well, I've technically screwed up. I'm still trying to sort out what happened on the track as we arrive in front of the nurse's office. Emmy raises her hand to knock, hesitates and turns to me smiling guiltily. Guiltily. Hey, can you do me a favor? Of course. Can you tell the nurse that I'll see him later? I just remembered that I've got some stuff to take care of before class. No, you don't. So I really need to get moving. No. I peer at her closely and she fidgets under my stare. Yeah, she's clearly just avoiding the nurse. The leg of hers. Oh, my bad. Well, whatever. I said I'd help, and so I will. But I'll make damn sure she sees the nurse before the day's out. Yeah, okay, I'll let him know. Amy looks like I've just given her a pony on Christmas. Who wants a pony on a Christmas? I want a freaking unicorn. Screw that. Freaking unicorn poops diamonds and crap. I don't know. Thank you so much. You're the best, Hisao. Nope. I am rewarded with the complicity in her lie by a kiss that makes it all worth it. Or so I tell myself. No, my god. Oh! As Emmy heads out of the building, trying hard not to let her limp show, I knock on the door of the office. Oh, Hisao, come on in. I don't see Emmy with you. She's not sick again, is she? From the tone of his voice, I don't think the nurse is expecting me to say, yeah, she's ill. She said that she'd forgotten to do something and so she had to skip out, but she'll see you later today. The nurse heaves an exasperated sigh. Honestly, that girl. She's been avoiding me. Yesterday she was in and out of here without even taking off her prosthetics. And now this. Well, at least it's not just me, Emmy, that doesn't want worrying. Oh, goddamn. That stupid word. That's a comfort, I guess. Still, I feel like I should say something about her leg. I said I'd lie for her, but she really needs to see him. Now that you mention it, she was limping pretty badly today. And last night as well. The nurse's eyes narrows at the words last night. And what exactly were you two doing last night? Oh no. Nope, he's not gonna have none of that. We were on a date. The nurse raises his eyebrows as if surprised. Really? Interesting. Huh? What? I didn't know. Oh, nothing. His gaze turns thoughtful and then he grins at me. You don't think you could use some of that boyfriend charm to get her to come see me today, could you? Of course! I was planning on doing that anyway. I think she's really hurt and just pretending she isn't. Yes, she does that. Afraid I'll make her stop running. Will you? I don't like that. I don't like to, but if it's bad enough that she's been limping, well, I guess I'll have to see what's going wrong for myself before I make that call. I see. Emmy not allowed to run. Perish the thought. I don't know if she'd able to function without running. Wheelchair! I think. I don't know. I'm not really sure. No wonder she's reluctant to admit anything's wrong. Well, I'll make sure she sees you. Good. Oh, and before I forget, he grins at me again in what feels like a vaguely threatening manner. Don't forget that I know what medications you're on. Oh, he's gonna do something. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna put this medication in here and that medication in here, and then screw him up in the morning and at night. So he'll be like, yeah, like asleep in the day and laid up and like late at night and be like, you be careful around Emmy, got it? I have no idea where I was gonna go with that. Wow, he looks serious too. Nope. He looks pretty happy. Got it. Don't hurt Emmy. Wouldn't dream of it. Grand. Now he looks happy. I'd hate for you to be late. Huh? Late as in the late Hisao Nakai. Wait, what? Wait. Now I'm completely confused now. He sounds briefly dissatisfied. Sounded better in my head. Ah! Well, at any rate, get out of here before you miss your first class. Get out of here! Get out! Get out of my room! Get out! I don't know. You got things to do, I'm sure. Shoot! Oh, who does that? I expect the nurse to say that, but not this guy. As I leave, I noticed the nurse pulling out his phone and dialing a number. Miko. Your daughter's being a... Miko, your daughter's being a pain in the ass again. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Just got bit. Alright, I better head back to my room, or I really will be late. Hey, wasn't I supposed to check my heart rate? Oh, snap. You are gonna have a heart attack today, son! The lunch bell sounds, and I bring myself out of the stupor. What? Stupor. I slept into during the morning's classes. My lack of sleep last night, coupled with the increased pace of this morning's run, has left me a little exhausted. Wow, I'm surprised we didn't see Misha. Despite that, I find myself skipping stairs up to the roof. There's a thrill of excitement now, in addition to the pleasure one gets from eating lunch with one's friends. True, both Emmy and Rin are still my friends, but Emmy has become more than that now. Rin is back in her usual spot on the roof, almost as if she never had been absent. No, never been absent. Why is she on the ground? Feeling better, I take it? Hey, look, there's her shadow. Feel like, hey, how you doing? Figured creepy ass shadow, and like, look, see? Like, you can see his jawline right there. I don't know where I'm going with this. And raised eyebrows is my reward for speaking. Better than what? Better than you felt yesterday. Rin gives me my question some serious thought. Oh god, I'm not sure. I think I may have felt rather good for some of yesterday, but it's all fuzzy. Too much cold medicine? Well, I was asleep and that usually is pretty good. But I can't remember what it feels like to be asleep because I'm not conscious for it. It's a real problem. Then again, if I knew how good it felt, I might not sleep anymore. But this way I keep trying, so I guess that's how I can keep from being overtired. Overtired? An eternal mystery to keep you sleeping on at night? Maybe. Mystery is the wrong word. Intangibility might be the proper way to describe it. I see. Well, we learn more. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't see it at all. I have no idea what she's talking about, but that's okay, since I really do. Do you remember what sleeping feels like? Like yesterday, do you remember what you felt like sleeping yesterday? She's like mind raping me right now. I'm reading it now, I'm like so confused. Is it today, tomorrow? Are we sleeping right now? Well, I actually didn't get a lot of sleep yesterday. Maybe that's because you remember subconsciously. Actually, I think I was worrying about Emmy. There's that word again. Doesn't Emmy worry? Oh, god damn it. No! Bad worry. No. Enough about herself? I hadn't considered that, but it gives me a pause. True, but would she ask for help if she needed it? Rin frowns and I raise an eyebrow. Will I get a proper answer? Probably not. Is there something she could be asking for help with? Her leg, for starters. This seems to catch Rin's interest. Ew! She looks strong! She looks strong! Look at her face. She's like, leg? Yeah, she has a leg. It's hurt, but she won't see the nurse about it. Rin shakes her head in disapproval. You have to make her. Like, she makes me to go to class for her own good. Good. Otherwise, she will lose her legs again. And that's just too weird. She's gonna have like niblets now. Losing things twice. Especially if you don't find them again to begin with. Unless prosthetics are the same as finding something. Really, Train? Really? Train, go away. Go away, Train. But that's a different kind of loss, isn't it? Really, Train? Okay, I have to tell you, the train where I live, you could hear them 3 miles away. That's what my teacher told me. Like 3 miles, so it's I think like he lives in Riverbank or something like that, and that's 3 miles away from, like, I think more than 3 miles away, and you could still hear that exact train driving by, going by. It's like 3 miles away. It's just like, wow. I think so. And it's worse because like I'm kind of near it. About if I walk there about 5 minutes, if I bike there 2 minutes, and car, I think 3 minutes. I don't know why. I wonder what? Her shadow just appeared. Ooh, spooky! Amy seems to have snuck up on Rin and I, though Rin doesn't seem especially surprised. Which is itself unsurprising, I suppose. God, what is up with them with like, oh, I'm gonna be surprised. Oh wait, unsurprising. Rin manages to sit herself upright quite expertly, throwing her upper body forward and using her momentum to grab herself. Your leg, how's it feel? Clicky click. That earns me a frown and a bit of a glare. It's okay, I think. Not worth worrying about. Stupid word. Tell that to the nurse. He's quite insistent that you visit him, Yeah. Emmy pouts like I've just told her she's been grounded. He worries too much. It's not a big deal, just a little soreness. Nope, that is not soreness. Are you gonna get an infection? I try to resist rolling my eyes in exasperation. If it's nothing, then you should have no problem seeing him, right? Emmy narrows her eyes suspiciously. Did he put you up to this? Yes and no. Well, maybe a little. Oh, whoop, clicked out of it. But that's not the point. I would have reminded you to see him anyway. It would be terrible to see. Why is there no songs playing? I just realized that. It would be terrible to see you really hurt and not doing anything at all about it. That would make it worse, but I don't really want to see you hurt, Oh, okay, this is just wind playing. Okay, call me crazy. Oh yeah, you're crazy, definitely. Freaking, oh no, okay, screw it. But I kind of would prefer you to see you happy and healthy. Which each statement, Emmy's frown fades a little more until eventually she's grinning. Albeit a little shyly. That's weird. That's a weird word. Albeit. Well, if you're going to put it that way, then I guess I'll have to see him. Otherwise, you will keep worrying and then I'll never hear the end of it, right? Yes, because, you're gonna lose your leg either way. That's right. I'll keep bugging you about it. And that might put a damper on our dates. How's the food, Hisao? Talk to the nurse, Emmy. How was your day, Hisao? Talk to the nurse, Emmy. Hisao, I think I'm really ready to go talk to the nurse. Scumbag. See? It doesn't work that out well. Emmy goes at my high-pitched rendition of her own voice and gives me an affectionate shove. My voice isn't that high, jerk. Oh god, is her voice really high? I thought it was pretty accurate. Her face. What is up with her face? Like having this weird animation, like one of those weird, like facial expressions. Like they just like doodled on her face, like completely like removed the facial expression, freaking doodled on it. Emmy and I stare at Rin for a while before I burst into laughter. Wow, that took you a while. Emmy crosses her arms and huffs, mock offended. You're both jerks. Such vile calumnies from you, young woman. I'm stunned that you would call me, of all people, a jerk. Honestly, I don't know what to think. Emmy sticks her tongue at me, and well, that's proper. You ass. You ass! So Rin, how's the art club these days? Rin is seemingly as surprised by the sudden change of topic as I am. Takes a minute to think before answering. I believe it is okay. Although, Nomiya? That makes sense. He keeps telling me to work harder. But I don't think he understands my methods. He always struck me as a slightly creepy. He's like, you just seem like the guy just like hanging like right there, just like, hey, I'm here. He's been pondering this statement for a while. I've never really noticed, but I don't pay much attention to him most days, so maybe that's why. How often do you meet? Thinking of joining Hisao? Nope. What? Nah, I've already decided to join a club. Really? Which one? Science. Well, it's not really much of a club, to be honest. Oh, you joined the tea club? Tea club? There's a tea club? No way. No, I'm just kidding. No, I joined the science club, I think. Emmy looks highly confused. We have a science club? Oh my god! Not really. It's just me. That's not a club. That's just sitting in your room reading books. No, I mean, it's just me and Muto. I'm just the only student so far. Muto, really? No! Oh my god. I feel like she is short-minded. A thought strikes her. Oh, is that what you were talking about yesterday? Your meeting with, oh my god. She's a keeper. No. Yeah, that was our first meeting, I guess. Emmy giggles. Nerd. Ah, hey, I can't help being clever. You know, I could have used your help years ago. You should have had your heart attack earlier in life, Hisao. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, heartburn, heart attack. Hey, how you doing? I laugh and then realize this is probably one of the very rare times I've laughed about my heart attack. Hindsight. Yeah, the ringing of the bell ends our conversation. I'd rather have Rin's like meditating right there. I guess we better go. Not too shabby. Yeah, I guess so. Come on, Rin, you too. Rin has apparently begun to doze off, so Emmy grabs her a sharp bump. I almost had it. Sorry, but you need to go to class. I disagree, but maybe if I nap in class, I'll get it this time. Changing location is sometimes helpful for that kind of thing. Neither Emmy or I bother asking what it is. I bet you it's the mural. As we arrive at my classroom, Emmy gives me a quick kiss and heads down the hallway. Rin in tow. Okay, she's back. I turn to enter the classroom to be met by the duo of Shizune and Misha. Sign language. Misha seems to be fighting a losing battle to keep from breaking into a fit of giggles while she translates Shizune's latest rant. While we are pleased, nay thrilled to see how well you've managed to make new friends and forge relationships. And with such a cutie too, Chan. Oh god damn it, the stupid squigglies! I think that last part was probably Misha. Sign language. We nevertheless feel compelled to politely remind you that public displays of affection are strictly forbidden. Really? That's disappointing, Chan. By Section 8 of the Code of Conduct laid out in the student handbook. No squiggly lines! Thank you, Lord! Sign language. In this case, however, ignorance of the law may be your excuse, as we are feeling lenient. Sign language. And the paperwork required to punish the both of you would only add to the already mountainous volume of work which confronts us, the sole members of the student council, and besides, you two are adorable together, squiggly line. I hate you so much. Sign language! Therefore, consider this as a formal warning, and please refrain from such displays in the future, at least when Shizune can see you, Shi-chan, squiggly. Oh my freaking god. This whole spiel is so patently ridiculous that I can't help but reply in the same pompous manner. Pompous, I think it was pompous. Well, I for one feel enlightened. I apologize profusely for my rash actions, and I will strive to contain my baser impulses which, I fear, impel me toward such inappropriate displays of public affection. It is wholly my wish to be burdened an already overworked student council with such petty matters, and will do my best to make your lives easier in this matter in the future. At least when Shizune's watching. She's like a freaking hawk, she's like, hawk, and then freaking emoji call out, be like, oh crap, runner, there, that's the emoji call out, runner. This last line is delivered with a wink to Misha, who finally loses control of her laughter. Oh my god, the freaking, no, well said, Jack. God, I hate this, I don't know what this means. What does it mean? Chuckling a little to myself, we enter the classroom. Class is uneventful, and after the final bell rings, I find myself alone with Mito again. So, it looks like we've all assembled for the second meeting of the science club. Nope! Or is it the first? What do you think? Should we count yesterday as a meeting? Nope. Well, we did form the club yesterday, didn't we? That seems like a club business, so we can safely call yesterday a meeting. Mito smiles in his usual stilted and awkward way. I wonder if the muscles in his face are just not shaped correctly to let him smile naturally. He just has that small smirk, you know, he's like, yeah, whatever, little fuck's given. You really do have a knack for this, I think. Logical thought processes, that is. I guess so. A scientist speaks with authority herself. The answer here is yes, I do. When the world wants to know how it works, we tell it. Even if all we got is a decent hypothesis. And my stomach is grumbling. I am getting the munchies, but we must sound certain anyway, because we are the authorities on the subject, right? He chuckles to go along with his awkward smile at his awkward joke. I'm doing my best not to grimace, but I don't think I'm being too successful. That's entirely false, of course. Wait, what's he talking? Okay, he just completely lost me now. We know a lot, sure, but nobody's an expert on how the world works, if only because nobody can be sure. With no certainty, there are no experts. But we like to pretend sometimes. There's some things we can be certain, right? Yes, but no. We know gravity's there, for example. To illustrate, Mito picks up a pencil and drops it. See? Still there, but it's good to check it every once in a while. Are you crazy? Gravity's always here. Freaking, I could throw this remote right now and be like, no, gravity! Which I'm not gonna throw the remote because it's actually worth it. I'm gonna put it over here. That's why you still see researchers mucking about with gravity. We're pretty sure we know how it works, but there's always a chance that something isn't how we think it is. Gravity is gonna be like, hey, how you doing? And then when it hits the ground, it bounces back up, stabs you in the eye or something, I don't know. So you check and check and check. That's science in a nutshell, Hisao. The whole time I've listened feeling rather spellbound, Mito seems to really be passionate about this stuff. I think it's hard to tell sometimes. How the world works, how human works, how the universe works, how this all freaking works with finding answers and questions and freaking all of this stuff is unnecessary. All these questions to be answered. And depending on what I go into, maybe I could even figure out a way to fix my heart. That said, I don't think that's a real priority for me. Besides, as we start discussing the book he gave me yesterday, I found myself more and more interested in that than my heart condition. Before we can realize it, an hour has gone by. Well, let's call this meeting over for now, okay? We'll have another meeting tomorrow or the day after. He considers this for a moment. Call it a day after. I've got a lot of grading to do. Okay, see you then. That stupid wizard. As I exit the classroom, I realized that I don't really have anything to do tonight. Amy and I didn't make plans, so I guess I'll go to the library. It beats doing homework in my room anyway. Are we gonna beat Lily again? That was really surprising when we met Lily. That caught me off guard. The library always seems cooler than the rest of the building. Probably to keep the books from getting damaged by excessive heat and humidity. Okay, do you like get high off of books, man? Books are sturdy objects, but if you want to keep them in good condition, it takes a little effort. I've got several books that are so well worn the pages are barely clinging to the spine. That's a lot of, in elementary school, friggin', All the books are always like that, no matter what. It's like crazy. It seems impossible. It's like the kids have the books like, oh hey dog, you want the book? And the door would be like, catch. And then the book comes back, it's like all slobbered and drool and everything. And what I found weird, I found a coffee stain in the book, in a children's book. When I was in elementary, I was like, what is this? Is this poop? And I didn't know what it was, so it's like I just instantly just put it back wherever I was. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put it on the floor and walk away. It seems impossible for them to still be usable, but if you handle them with care. I make my way to the main desk where I spot Yuko busying herself with something or another. She smiles at me as I enter and waves. Hello, Hisao. Salutations! Oh, good to see you again. What are you looking for this time? Nothing in particular, I guess. I just didn't really feel like going back to my room is all. Yuko nods. Well, if you're unoccupied, maybe you could help me look for something. Is that the stupid cryptography stuff? Sure, what do you need? Yuko brings a finger to her lips and looks about furtively. She seems to be looking for eavesdroppers. Come closer. Okay, too close. You're in my bubble. I take a few hesitant steps forward while feeling distinctly unnerved. Yuko lowers her voice to a confidential whisper. I'm on a trail of the Yamaku High burglar. What? Why did I whisper into the mic? Shh, the walls have ears, Hisao. Or they might. But listen, those missing books, remember them? Yeah? Well, they weren't missing, they were still. No! I'm convinced of it. I remember you saying something of the sort earlier, but how do you know? Yuko leans closer and if possible whispers even lower. Because I found one of his hiding places. Okay, I'm not gonna whisper. This is really creepy. You did what? Yuko looks triumphant. Found one of his stashes. It was under one of the stairwells in the boys' dorm. 3 books I'd been looking for, all there. I suspected a thief before, but this proves it. So did you take back the books? Yuko looks as if I've just suggested she walk around naked. Are you nuts? He can't know I'm onto him. He might go to ground and evade capture. Uh-huh. So what do you need my help with then? Yuko casts another glance around the library and leans in closer. You've got to spy for me. Spy? Great, she's like Kenshi but the female version and she's not a feminist. Yeah, like when you're in the dorms, you know. Keep an eye out for suspicious activity. Yup, it was Kenshi. What constitutes suspicious anyway? I mean, Kenji's a pretty suspicious dude, but I'll wager he barely goes to class, much less sneaks into the library to pilfer books. Still, what's the harm in saying yes? At least it'll get me out of this weird conversation. Yeah, I can do that, no problem. Yuko straightens up and claps excitedly. Great! Hallelujah, now hurry up and talk about something else in case someone comes in. How's the school treating you? Pretty well, actually. 3 weeks! We've been in here for 3 weeks! Well, no, not 3 weeks, actually like a month or something. I don't know, I completely lost track already. I've been running in the mornings with Emi Ibarazaki, right? Yeah. How'd you know? Everybody knows about you. You served. Oh, I served you two in the tea house, remember? I deduced that if you were going to run with anyone, it would probably be her. I don't remember that. She looks pleased with herself. Impressive. Anyway, yes, we've been running in the mornings, and we kind of started dating. Yuko claps her hands together excitedly. Really? That's great. I bet you two are great together. Nope, because she's like a little sister. I love seeing people find one another like that, you know? I even thought to myself when you walked into the Shanghai that one time, I wonder if that I wonder if that kid will wind up with one of those girls. Really? Yuko doesn't seem to notice my somewhat weirded out tone and nods affirmatively. Yep, I could tell that you wind up with one of them, you know? I've got an eye for that sort of thing. Hawkeye! Caca! Of course. Her expression droops slightly. I'm not so good at it myself. Oh, I'm sure that's not true. Oh, it's true. I met this guy once. We got along really great, but it turned out he was younger than me. Wow. and that was kind of weird, but not terribly so. Now, what was really weird was that he disappeared one day and I've not seen him since then. That does seem kind of odd, doesn't it? I hope it wasn't something I did. I feel compelled to reassure her. I'm sure it wasn't. Ring ring! I intend to try and calm her down further, but the both of us jump in surprise at the ring suddenly. At the ringing suddenly coming from my pocket. Yugo decides to study herself as I pull the phone from my pocket. I feel a little sheepish for indirectly causing the incident. Don't use phones in class! Emmy, what's up? Oh, thank God. I haven't called your phone before, so I didn't know if this number would work or whether you would pick up, and I can't. Whoa, there, Emmy, slow down. What's wrong? There's a pause on the other side of the line, during which I can hear Emmy trying to control her breathing in order to calm down. Something's got her terribly agitated, and it's starting to agitate me. Can you just stop by? Like now, or shortly after now? I really need to talk to you. There's a ton of pleading in the last sentence that I don't think I've ever heard from her. Of course, I'll be right there. Hold steady, okay? In my increasingly agitated state, I've apparently started saying things that don't quite make sense. Okay, I'll be okay. See you soon. I press the button to end the call before slipping the phone back into my pocket. I apologize to Yuko for running off and run off. Wait, what? Perhaps at some point I would have stopped to think about the time, or how suspicious it looks for a guy to enter the girl's dorm at this hour. Except right now, I'm just concerned with getting to Emmy and finding out what's wrong with and how I can help her. I knock on the door and I am greeted with the subdued "come in." Oh look, we're back with the orange room and the friggin' bears and stuff. Something is very wrong as I stare at the scene before me. Emmy's there, yes, but she's in a wheelchair. Wheelchair! And her legs are missing. I glance around the room and see them sitting in the corner, looking like they've been thrown there. Wheelchair. Emmy responds to my entrance with a lopsided grin. That is both pleased to see me and clearly utterly heartbroken. Hi, Hisao. It looks like she's been crying. But if she was, she stopped now. I notice that I'm a little out of breath, having taken the stairs 2 at a time in order to get here. No, that's easy. Come on, dude. My heart doesn't seem to mind the strain, though. I file this happy fact away for later consideration. Like when I am not staring somewhat dumbstruck at my girlfriend in a wheelchair. Realizing I'm still not responding to her greeting, my brain lurches into gear. Emmy, what happened? Good, guess I should have listened to you, Hisao. Africa. My leg's got a nasty infection. I'm not allowed to run on it for at least a couple of weeks. Oh, wait, is she crying? No, don't you dare cry. No, don't you, no. She gives a bitter laugh that shouldn't be coming from her. Heh, I can't even walk on it. I could have used a crutch and kept one of my legs, but I didn't see the point. Yeah, I was thinking, maybe she could have used crutches. Why hop? You can't run on one leg. At least this way I can still, I don't know, roll fast or something. Yeah, that's good, right? Don't be nervous. Butt face. My awkward attempt to look at the bright side seems appreciated, but not really effective. Emmy shrugs again. It's just kind of a nuisance. I mean, we can't even eat up on the roof now. No wheelchair access. Yeah, but that's not a big deal, right? I mean, we can still eat together, and that's the important thing. That lopsided grin again. It hurts to look at. I suppose so, yeah. But like I said, it's a nuisance. I mean, I haven't really used a wheelchair in, she thinks for a minute, maybe 7 years, something like that. Anyway, a long time. I'm afraid that I'm a bit out of practice. Well, fortunately it's only temporary, right? Emmy nods. Oh yeah, of course. It's not like I've lost them permanently. But it's a pain in the ass all the time. What is up with you in saying ass? You like the A word or something? Jeebus. I nod sympathetically. There's not much else I can do, after all. What am I gonna do? Say I told you so? Although I did tell her to get that leg looked at. But by the time I noticed, it was too late anyway. Do you need help with anything? Or that is, can I help you with anything? Emmy shakes her head and does a bit of her usual grin back. Nah, I can manage fine by myself. Although, if you want to help me over to my bed, it would save me the trouble of rolling over there myself. I blush in spite of myself. Emmy giggles. Carry her! You're such a prude, Hisao. I'm not a prude. You're being a prude. I just wouldn't want to take advantage of a young woman such as yourself. Of course you will. It's ungentlemanly. As so you say. Why is that pillow there? I wheeled Emmy's chair to her bed and easily scoop her up and deposit her there. She quickly sorts herself out and sits on the side. She's actually a little heavier than she looks. It would be rude of me to observe this aloud, of course. You're heavy! Man, there you go. You're kind of heavy. Smack. Emmy, what is up with them with pillows? Come on, Emmy hits me with a pillow. There you go again. Okay. Just everybody calm down and think about what they're doing. Just saying, it's all. Must be all that running. At the mention of running, Emmy's grin falters slightly. Oh, you screwed up. Well, I guess I won't have to worry about that for a bit, huh? Maybe I'll lose some weight. That's what you do to lose weight, right? Cease physical activity? I'm pretty sure that's what the nurse would recommend. Speaking of which, are you going to still be showing up in the mornings? I'd hate to run alone. Oh, shit. Emmy's sudden interjection made more a disquieted muttering than anything too profane. Too profane. Fan, boom. Causes me to look over in shock. She's leaning forward, trying to cover the fact that she's crying by covering her eyes with a hand. Of course, the subdued sobbing makes it pretty obvious that she's crying. Hey, I'm sorry. Forget I said anything, okay? I place a hand gingerly. Oh my god, there's that word again! Gingerly! Around her and pull her close. I can't think of nothing else to say or do. How do I comfort someone who's just lost their legs again? Emmy wraps me in a hug and states that for a while. Sorry. I'm pretty bad at this whole comforting thing, I guess. Don't say that. I'm fine, really. When you say you're fine, really, it doesn't really mean anything. It's like you're in pain. You're in pain, woman. Pain. Her voice is slightly muffled by my chest. I pat her head reassuringly. That's the spirit, right? You'll get through this fine, I know it. Besides, I'm here to help you, remember? Emmy lifts her head and stares at me with tear-stained eyes. Can you? Can you really? She's grinning lopsidedly and something sparkles in her gaze. I can't tell if I'm being mocked or not. Of course, I mean, sure. Oh, what the I mean, sure, you're a bit heavy, but oh, god damn it. God damn it. No. My witty comment is cut off by the sudden press of Emmy's lips on mine. I'm caught off guard and am rewarded by hitting my head on the wall behind her bed. You know, what if the person next to you, the dorm next to you, friggin' hears that and be like, what are they doing? I would, friggin' if there was like a roommate or like person next door, friggin' just like bangs their head against the wall or something. It's like, what? I'll be one of those old people like friggin' smack the like wall back. You young whippersnapper or something like that. I don't know. I'm done. Emmy pulls back, trying to look concerned rather than like she's about to laugh. Are you okay? Sorry. Winky face. I rub my head ruefully and grin back at her. Caught me off guard there. Is that going to become a habit? Am I going to be lectured by Shizune and Misha more? At the mention of the duo, Emmy giggles. Honestly, those two. If I didn't know why, I'd be utterly confused as to why she hangs around with someone so bossy. Which one are we talking about? You know exactly which one, Hisao. Misha's hardly bossy. So that's the reason, then. The reason why Misha hangs around Shizune. Emmy waves my question off with a smile. No idea. I see. Short talk. Anyway, you seem to be forgetting the original question, don't you? Oh yeah, I guess I am. You wouldn't mind giving a guy a little warning, would you? Otherwise, I'm liable to wind up with a concussion. Bam! Concussion. Right there. Over with. I emphasize the point by rubbing at the back of my head. Emmy giggles madly. Haha, you could wear a helmet. Oh, well, that's not smart. Some kids here do, you know. Oh my. So are you? Or I could just take revenge. I grab a pillow from beside me and whack Emmy over the head. Emmy topples off the bed and lands on the floor with a thump. Her arms promptly reappear on the bed and she manages to pull herself back. You dick! You dick! She really has a surprising amount of strength in that little body. Her face is turned downwards and away from mine, making me think I might have accidentally hurt her. Emmy, you okay? I didn't mean to hit. A hand shoots up and grabs my collar. She pulls me with a sharp tug, her face now barely an inch away from mine as she grins cheekily. Emmy? She just headbutted you! Headbutt! Okay, I'm gonna edit it here because that was surprisingly. This has been part 67 of Katawa Shoujo, Emmy's Path. And wow, this was a really long episode. I'm sorry about that. This is not even 70. Alright, but this has been Katawa Shoujo, Emmy's Path. We ended off with her headbutting us. Right, the concussion. Yeah! And I guess, as always, as I say, I hope you guys have a great day. I went down on a single bench on the rooftop, and this kind of reminded me of this moment in that freaking anime, and it was so weird. I was like, what is going on? I was like completely lost, and I don't know why they were like doing business on the bench, and it was like, it's practice. I was like, no it isn't. Okay, I kind of